Well, what is going on, everyone? Welcome back to Kitchen Table TCG. Sorry we haven't had a video in a couple days. We got the card sorter going. We just got back from a convention this weekend at Game Grove. We've got a lot of stuff going on. I had a really busy weekend, but today I wanted to talk to you about Bloomburrow because in a couple of weeks, I guess in like 12 days, something like this, we're gonna have this whole room filled up with people excited and ready to play Magic the Gathering's next set, Bloomburrow. And the prices on collector boxes in particular are doing some crazy things. They're up at like $240 on TCG Player, which is a lot of money for like an early release schedule for a regular standard set. So before we get things set up on the wall and reorganize all of our inventory and stuff like that, whenever a new set comes out, I thought we'd talk a little bit about why I think this set is doing so well. Let me fix the camera really quick. Because the fact of the matter is, it is doing well. And this is good. Magic is kind of on a tear right now in terms of standard releases. Everything this year, other than Murders at Karlov Manor, has done really, really well. And people have been really excited about it. And I want to talk a little bit of why Bloomburrow in particular, in my opinion, and what I'm hearing from people in my store and from people like you online, and why I think Bloomburrow is actually going to do really well and continue to do really well. Well, first off, what it is not any sort of supply issue. There is zero supply issue for Bloomburrow at distribution level. So if anybody ever says that, or if you believe that, you're just wrong. There is plenty of boxes of Bloomburrow available, and I would anticipate, at least for the time being, there will continue to be restocks of that. It's kind of weird. Lost Caverns of Ixalan is kind of the red herring, or the one that's really interesting in terms of it not getting a reprint. Wilds of Eldraine also didn't really get a whole full-on restock. It was in stock for a little bit, but not a massive restock. But Outlaws of Thunder Junction has been readily available. Murders at Karlov Manor has been pretty readily available. And Bloomburrow pre-release numbers, we got everything I asked for. So Gold Wizards, those of you who support the channel, in the Discord server, we tested out this pre-order thing at cost, at distribution cost, and it worked out really well for Bloomburrow. Everybody got everything they asked for. The way I did it, just so everybody knows, I asked everybody for their pre-order. I said it might get allocated. If I get allocated, you'll get allocated. That's the way this will work. And I only made people put up 20% of a down payment, but it worked out really well. Everybody ended up getting exactly what they asked for. So it's not a supply issue. There is plenty of collector boxes going around of Bloomburrow. All the big stores, I'm sure, got a lot. It's good. It is not an increase in price. The price you're seeing online is not because Bloomburrow is more expensive at distro. This is the same cost as Outlaws at Thunder Junction. This is the same cost as Murders at Karlov Manor. It's not because of a price increase, and it's also not because anybody has been pumping this set. Everybody who cares about pumping sets was very focused on Modern Horizons 3 for a very long time. And Assassin's Creed came out, and you saw the big spike in Assassin's Creed, and that had to do with a lot of like social media influence. But this, in my opinion, is not that. This is not a fake artificial demand because of a supply issue or a pumping issue. This set has a lot of really, really great things going for it, and this is what it is. Number one, Bloomburrow gets back to the basics of Magic the Gathering. It gets back to what you and I, as old farts, I guess, you and I remember from Magic the Gathering. You've got Jace, you've got your typical green does green stuff and blue does blue stuff, and you've got your planeswalkers that are kind of iconic. The IP of Magic the Gathering is very prominent in this set. And I don't think that should be squandered. I think that we should know that, and we should be excited about that. And I think the market and the people pre-ordering are excited to get back to the basics of Magic the Gathering. We had Outlaws of Thunder Junction, which was cool, a Wild West theme, that's cool, but it doesn't feel like Magic the Gathering. We had Murders at Karlov Manor, which was, I don't know, it was like, it wasn't that great of a theme, right? And we've had some heavy thematic sets as of late. Now, the biggest negative to what I'm saying, or the counterpoint to what I'm saying, is we did just have Modern Horizons 3, which was a typical Magic the Gathering set, but not a standard set, not a low-cost set. I think that is the biggest difference with this. you've got a standard regular cost set. I know it's more expensive than it used to be, but you got a standard regular cost set that has not a theme, but other than the theme of Magic the Gathering. I know it's, cute furry animals, we'll get there in a second, but it feels like Magic the Gathering. It doesn't feel like another thing. It's not Universes Beyond too. So it brings back people who care about the IP and the feeling of Magic the Gathering. And I think that's a really, really big win that Bloomburrow has going for it. The second thing is it's just cute and fun. And that should not be, if you don't want to say it's cute, if you're too masculine to be like, I don't want to play a cute set, well, then you can play a fun set, right? And it is fun, but it's also cute, and that brings in a whole nother plethora of people, and it brings in, maybe all of a sudden my wife is interested in playing Magic the Gathering because she thinks the animals are cute. I don't know. That's not going to happen in my life, but maybe you're lucky and it's happening in your life, or kids and families, and it just brings in this fun element. I love the Magic sets that are like Duskborn. I'm going to say the exact opposite in a positive way about Duskborn. Duskborn being horror themed and scary is a really cool win because people like that. And in the same regard, there are people who really like the cute theme. And I think that's another huge win that this set has going for it. The artwork in particular is just absolutely beautiful. This set looks really, really, really good, and it's cute and fun, and that opens the door for other people who maybe have been on the outskirts of Magic the Gathering, and that's a huge win. The third thing I think is really good is that the last year, again, with the exception of Murders of Karlov Manor, Limited has been really fun, and the sets and the themes have been really, not really the themes, but like the way that commander decks work have been really fun. There hasn't been like a dud, like a really big, other than Murders of Karlov Manor, there hasn't been a big dud, and so people have a lot of faith in Magic and Wizards of the Coast's ability to create an engaging play structure that is enjoyable to play, not just fun, but enjoyable to play and competitive. And I think of the commander decks in particular of late have just been really, really well put together and really exciting. And that gives people this excitement for the set that then they go and maybe they buy a collector box or they buy a couple packs or they buy whatever. And so it's generating a lot of interest because the past sets this year have been really fun. So hopefully that continues. And I think that the confidence level is at a pretty all-time high in terms of Wizards design team and designing sets and having fun and enjoying the play experience, which is another big thing. And now this is the question mark for me. And if this set is going to retain a value above $200, and by the way, you can go pre-order this. Currently, TCG players at $240. I've got pre-orders up at gamegrove.gg for $235. That's shipping, and you're out the door. That's shipping costs. That's taxes. That's out the door, $235. So you'll save some money from TCG Player. If you do end up using TCG Player, though, use my affiliate link in the comment section of my video or the description of my video. But here's the point: if this set is going to retain a value above $220, that kind of threshold. Which, it may or may not. Who knows what's going to happen, right? But if it's going to, it will be because the fourth and final thing that we do not know yet is how is this set's power level? Do we have cards that start seeing actual play in Commander and actual play in Modern and actual play across the plethora of different formats for Magic the Gathering? And that is what some of these sets in the past have had. Lost Caverns of Ixalan. That's what, Lost Caverns had some good reprints, but that's what Wilds of Eldraine had some good reprints that really pushed things. Murders of Karlov Manor does have some cool cards that are seeing play, but only one or two. So the question, the last thing is, do these cards actually see significant play, or do they just look cute? And that's the one we don't have an answer to. So let me know what you think about Bloomburrow. If you've pre-ordered already, why? What's the thing that brought you into Bloomburrow? And if you have not and you hate this set, why do you hate it as well? Would love to hear your comments below. And also, if you want to hop in and join the Discord server, you can go to KitchenTableTCG.com and join the Discord server. Thank you to all the people who also support within the Discord server. It's free to be there, but you can pay $5 or $20 a month for different support structures there. So thank you to all of you who support. I hope you have yourself a fantastic day. Remember to be kind to the people around you. We'll see you again next video.